a fierce mermaid caught in a net, a challenge to weave beauty as vast as the sea, and a life-changing blessing or curse. What will Leila's fate be? Stay tuned to uncover this magical tale. Long ago, in a small fishing village by the sea, a man named Tayo and his daughter Leila lived a simple life. Tayo was known for his skill with a fishing rod, but Leila was the real reason for their success. She had a talent for weaving fishing nets so strong and intricate that they never let a fish escape. The villagers often admired her work, though some whispered behind her back, saying her skill might have come from some magic or a deal with the spirits of the sea. Leila didn't mind the gossip. She loved helping her father, and together they were able to catch enough fish to feed themselves and others in the village. Every morning, Leila and Tayo set out to sea in their small wooden boat, casting her handmade nets into the waves. One bright morning, the sea was calm, and the sky was clear. Leila had just finished making her finest net yet, a strong and beautiful one she had been working on for weeks. Excited to test it, she threw the net into the water while her father steered the boat. They waited for a while, and soon the net began to tug fiercely. "We've caught something big!" Leila exclaimed. She and her father pulled with all their might. The net was heavier than anything they had ever caught before. When they finally lifted the net out of the water, they gasped. Trapped inside wasn't a fish, but a creature they had only heard about in stories. A mermaid. Her long golden hair shimmered like sunlight, and her tail sparkled with emerald and sapphire scales. But her face was not friendly, it was fierce and angry. "Who dares to trap me?" the mermaid shouted. Her voice rang out like thunder over the waves. Leila was stunned. She had never meant to catch a mermaid. "I'm sorry," she said quickly. "I didn't know you were there. Please, forgive me." The mermaid struggled against the net, her movements making the boat rock dangerously. "You have captured me, the guardian of this sea," she said. "For this, you must pay." Leila's father, Tayo, knelt before the mermaid. "Please, have mercy," he begged. "My daughter didn't mean to harm you. She was only trying to help our family survive." The mermaid's sharp eyes softened slightly, but her voice remained stern. "Very well," she said. "I will not harm you, but I will give you a challenge. You must prove your worth to me. Weave a net that is as beautiful as the sea itself. If you succeed, I will forgive you and bless your nets forever. But if you fail, I will take your boat and you will never fish in my waters again." Leila's heart sank. She loved her father's boat. It was their only means of survival. But she nodded bravely. "I accept your challenge." The mermaid dove back into the water, leaving only a ripple behind. Leila and Tayo returned to the village in silence. The other villagers noticed their worried faces and asked what had happened. When Leila explained the mermaid's challenge, some shook their heads in disapproval. "You should have let the mermaid take the boat," one man said. "No one can outdo the beauty of the sea." Others were more supportive. "If anyone can do it, it's Leila," an old woman said. "Her hands work wonders." Leila didn't waste time. She gathered all the materials she could find: strong vines for the frame, shimmering shells from the shore, strands of seaweed that sparkled in the sunlight, and smooth stones polished by the waves. As she worked, she thought about the sea. Its deep blue color, the way the waves danced in the sunlight, and the hidden treasures beneath the surface. All night, Leila wove. Her fingers ached, but she didn't stop. By morning, the net was finished. It was unlike anything she had ever made before. Threads shimmered like water, and the shells and stones glowed softly in the light of dawn. Even the villagers were amazed when they saw it. "This is the most beautiful net I've ever seen." Tayo said proudly. But Leila was nervous. Would it be enough for the mermaid? At sunrise, Leila and her father returned to the sea. The water was calm, as if waiting for them. The mermaid appeared, rising gracefully from the waves. Her golden hair floated around her, and her eyes were sharp as ever. "Show me what you have made," the mermaid said. Leila held up the net, her hands trembling. The mermaid studied it closely, her expression unreadable. The silence was heavy, broken only by the sound of the waves. Finally, the mermaid smiled. "This net," she said, "captures the beauty of the sea, the life of the waves, and the treasures of the ocean. You have succeeded." Relief washed over Leila and her father. The mermaid raised her hand, and the water around them shimmered with light. "From this day on," she said, "your nets will always be full, and the sea will bless you. But remember, the ocean is powerful. Respect it, or its blessings will turn to curses." With that, the mermaid dove back into the water, leaving behind a single golden scale floating on the surface. Leila picked up the scale and held it close. She and her father returned to the village, where their nets continued to bring in enough fish to feed everyone. The villagers often asked Leila how she made her nets so special, but she only smiled and said, "It's the sea's blessing." And so the story of Leila and the mermaid's rivalry became a tale told for generations, a lesson in respect, creativity, and the power of the ocean. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this story and felt the excitement and emotions within it. If you liked it, please subscribe to our channel for more amazing tales. Don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends and family who love stories too. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you for being here and for helping us keep these stories alive.